Yo, what is up, everybody? Jump in here, and today this is going to be my first Halo 4 commentary. Which, this is all, well, this gameplay came from my very first day on Halo 4. And I know it's been out for a while, but it took me a long time to actually acquire it. And when I finally did, so I gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed. If you watch any of my older videos where I talked about Halo 4, I kind of said that I was a little bit skeptical on the whole thing. I didn't know like what 343 was gonna do with it. I didn't know, was it gonna be good. It seemed a lot of the aspects of it sounded a lot like Call of Duty. I wasn't really digging that. But I can honestly say now that I've played it and got my hands on it, I feel that it is definitely really good. Now right here I noticed something that was a big bummer. And that is that if you've seen it, I don't know if you did, you could look at it, you'll see it a couple times. My buddy, one of my buddies, before we went into this game, I guess he went to go get something to eat, and he didn't say anything. He just like straight AFK'd on us. And he didn't say anything to us, otherwise we would have definitely not have started it. So for the majority of this game, he's going to be actually standing still, which is just a big bummer. Because, I mean, in Halo, especially in an objective game like Capture the Flag like this is, if you're down a man, it just makes it so much more difficult to do anything. So in the beginning here, it's going to be a little slow because I'm not going to really play aggressive. I like to play Halo very aggressive. But one of the things, like I said, is that in the beginning, I'm not going to play too aggressive because I was playing with a party of 3. One of my guys wasn't playing. The other one was playing aggressive. So I decided to kind of lay back and play a little bit of defense early on, just so that I could make sure that these guys could maybe get the flag out, which unfortunately they did. But you know, I'm just going to try to hold my ground and defend a little bit with the sniper while I have it, which I don't really even know if this sniper on this map, Solas, I think this map is called, I don't even think the sniper respawns. So once I'm done with this sniper, like, I'm just done. Like, there's no point to sit back and try to snipe people because you're just not going to get another sniper. I don't understand that. Some of the maps are a little strange to me. Like, you gotta remember, I only played for one day. This is from day 1. And I'm really confused because, like, on the map Ragnarok or the Valhalla map, the remake, the laser seems like it never respawns. I don't get that. I mean, there's a lot of vehicles and they constantly respawn, but yet the laser never respawns on that map. And on this map, it seems like the sniper never respawns. This was literally my second game, and I've only actually played 2 games now on this map. So I really don't understand every little aspect of it, but I'm trying to learn. And that's pretty much the case with most of the maps. The only map I think I've played a lot is that Ragnarok map. It seems like everybody votes for that, and Haven, because everybody votes for Haven. So those are the 2 maps I've played a lot. But outside of that, all the other ones I've played maybe twice, and that was it. All right, so let me go ahead and start this by just telling you my general feelings and what I like and what I dislike about Halo 4 so far. Okay. Like I said earlier, I really am enjoying Halo 4. I do like it. Overall, I like it more than I dislike it. But there are a couple things, and right here is going to be my first and that's really lame. I mean, that pretty much gets into where I'm talking about. It's just that some of the weapons in this game are insane. I guess they did it for balance purposes because, I mean, balance-wise, this game feels pretty solid, to be quite honest. And I think I'm going to die right here, too. I mean, that dude mowed me down quick with that pistol. That's crazy. But balance-wise, it seems like the game's pretty balanced in that aspect. I mean, all the weapons can kill you very quickly, which is good, because it doesn't really give any particular weapon an edge besides the power weapons, you know, rocket launchers and snipers. Those obviously can kill you one shot, and those can kill you the quickest. But every other gun, like the assault rifles, the battle rifle, the DMR, light rifle, and right there, I'm gonna get mowed down. There's really no coming back from that. That's one of the things about Halo is, although you always get that chance in Halo to come back in a battle. That's the one thing about this game that's a lot different from like realistic shooters like Call of Duty and Battlefield and stuff. Is that when you get shot in those games, you're pretty much dead. If they see you and you don't see them, you're fucked. In this game, though, you actually can come back from like certain, some battles. Not every battle, but you can come back from some battles. But if someone gets like the first 2 to 3 shots on you and they have a pretty solid like DMR, or they're able to at least shoot you like pretty solidly, you know, maybe the DMR overall isn't like the greatest, or their BR isn't the greatest, but they have a really good position. Yeah, there's really no coming back from that. So that's one of the most key tips I can give you about this game, or really just about Halo in general, because I really can only give you tips in Halo in general kind of knowledge, because since I've played all the other Halos and I haven't really played this one too much. But obviously I'm going to adapt to this game, and I will definitely be able to tell you a lot of good tips once I start to learn them myself, because I'm still in the learning process. I'm still in that learning process. But when I learn anything, I'll definitely share the knowledge with you. But anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, just all the balance. There's a lot of balance in this game, and I guess it's a good thing, but sometimes it can get a little annoying. Like, the Needler is extremely good in this game compared to the other games, which, well, see, in Halo 2, the Needler was totally ass. I mean, it was donkey shit. It was one of the worst guns. Halo 3, it got a lot better, and in Reach, it even got better than it was in Halo 3. And now it feels like in Halo 4, it's a power weapon, so I mean, that's pretty crazy. So the Needler is definitely really good. The assault rifles, I mean, in any range, in any close range, an assault rifle can easily beat like a DMR or a BR or whatever. It can beat any type of distance weapons at close range, which is good, because that's one of the things in the other games that was really lackluster, was if you had an AR and everyone else had like DMRs or BRs, you're gonna, if the people you're fighting against were solid at all with their BRs, you were screwed. And in this game, you still have some, as long as you can get them to that close rangeness, like you should be able to mow them down. So that's definitely a really good aspect of the game. But, you know, that also comes into play, though, when it comes down to certain maps. Like, obviously, smaller maps, you could choose a AR. And at times, it can be pretty frustrating if you're like me and, you know, you never want to start with an AR. I mean, I'm very prejudiced, in general, against assault rifles and SMGs. And anything close range, I just don't like them. I've always felt that, like, my BR, my DMR is my power weapon. That and sniper, that's all I need. Like, I don't really need anything else. Obviously, rocket launcher's good, but I always just felt that, you know, the only two weapons I ever... And that's one of the keys, is that, guys, if you really want to get good at Halo, you really got to master the BR, the DMR, whatever, and the sniper rifle. Those are the two weapons, because rockets are pretty easy to use, shotguns are easy to use, sword is easy to use. The ones that matter, in general, are going to be your, you know, mid-range, long-range kind of weapons like the DMR. And just from what I've heard, and I guess from playing, I can't really make a total call yet, but I would say that I think that the DMR is probably better than the BR. It feels better, at least. The BR has some perks to it, and I like it, but the DMR just seems like if you have a solid shot, then yeah, the DMR is your weapon of choice. I mean, you can really deal some serious damage quick. Right here, I'm gonna get killed by a buttonator. Like, that's the kind of playstyle you don't want to play, guys. Just rush in and start throwing nades. Nades in Halo. Now remember, this is general. Nades in Halo, to me, has always meant one thing. If I'm gonna throw a grenade, there's only two situations I'm gonna throw it. When someone's going to be coming to a position, like I'm going to frag shot them. Like, you know, you don't know I'm there, and I pretty much have, like, the ultimate advantage on you because you don't know I'm there. I'm going to be, you know, I might throw a grenade at you to take your shield down and instantly kill you. Or, if you're coming around the corner, something like that. But when it comes down to one-on-one combat, yeah, you don't want to, like, in the middle of shooting someone or in the middle of a 1v1 kind of situation, you do not want to be throwing grenades at them. That's a big no-no. That's like a golden rule of Halo, because so many people do it. Like they'll use like a BR or DMR, and every time they see a guy, they'll try to throw a grenade. And sometimes they get lucky, but the majority of the time they don't, and they die. So just try to remember that. That's a good tip. And right here, I'm gonna give this guy the dick. But that is a good tip. And the only other situation where I'll actually throw a grenade, to be quite honest, is, and now this is very important, is that if you have your grenades, let's say you've been playing the right way, and then like you shoot a guy, you take him down to one shot, or absolute, or whatever, and then he runs, like he tries to run away, or he tries to take cover or something. That's when you can throw your grenade to flush him out or to kill him, one of the two. And that is the best way to really use the grenades. So remember that. That's my best grenade tips for you. Only use them in a when someone doesn't know you're there, or they're coming around the corner, or to flush out enemies from cover, or to throw it, behind a wall or something, if they're trying to run away from you. Because obviously, because of sprint, people will be able to run away in this game. Now, the only other big complaint I have, because overall I really do like the game, but my only other complaint is I can't believe they put the armor abilities back in, because I just dislike them. If you notice this whole game, I don't think I'm going to use my hologram once. I might use it once, but I have hologram on, and honestly, that's the only one I really even think I might use, because I know there's other good ones, but I don't know. Overall, I hate the idea of active camo. I really do, as a armor ability. And I'm really confused by why they did that, because that was one of the worst things in Reach, was that active camo, because snipers with active camo was so annoying. And now they get to do the same thing where they can crouch snipe the whole fucking time, and they're totally invisible, and they can just do that the whole game and camp. And that's just so annoying. What I thought, which I was actually talking to one of my buddies about this, or a couple of my friends, is that why didn't they make the active camo more they should have made it more like a kill streak kind of thing, like the I don't think I can say it right, but the ordnance or whatever. Yeah, they should have made it like that, because overshield and damage boost, those are power-ups that you get from getting a certain amount of kills, and you get the ordnance, and then it drops in and you pick it up. Why not make camo like that? To me, that makes the most sense. Not to make an armor ability, because it is it's good, and make it so it's based off of that, so you pick it up and then you could use it only when you get a certain amount of kills or something. That would be good, but instead they made an armor ability, which is just a big issue, because eventually here, once I think if enough people complain about it, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably are, then they're probably going to make it so that they're actually probably going to go ahead and make it so that it gets taken out of just gets taken out in general. So I don't know. Overall, armor abilities, I'm not a big fan of, but that's just me. But that's probably my biggest complaint is armor abilities and just some of the other things. But overall, I really do like the game. In all the Call of Duty aspects that I thought I would dislike, I like the idea that I can have a custom class and start with either, a BR, whatever grenade I want, and all that kind of stuff. You can obviously exploit that a little bit if you decide to, choose well, I guess you could exploit it, but it is also a strategy in its own term. Is that obviously I would make a anti-vehicle kind of class with sticky grenades and a plasma pistol. I would definitely make that just in case I'm fighting against vehicles or I get killed by a ton of vehicles. Yeah, I would totally use that. And I would make maybe even an assault rifle kind of class just for close range maps. Why not? Alright, so right here, I'm going to actually pick up this incendiary rocket launcher, which this is the first time I got to play with this, but my buddies were telling me, man, this thing is incredible. Which, I guess it is. I didn't really get to play with it much. Like I said, this is the only time throughout my whole first day I even got my hands on it. Because the majority of the time I was just using sniper and DMR and BR. That was it. I didn't even really pick up shotguns or swords or anything like that. So this is one of the only other power weapons I actually was able to use. And yeah, it's pretty incredible. From what I heard is that the rocket launcher in this game seems a little, it's a lot weaker than it was in all the other Halos. And actually, you know what? I did get my hands on a rocket launcher in one of the games. And I remember I shot it at a vehicle. It was like a Warhawk, and I didn't kill it. And I was like, wow, this thing is weaker. So yeah, I don't know, but this incendiary cannon, this thing is really fucking powerful, and it just explodes multiple times, which right there, I think it hit me and took most of my shields down, and that's what lost me that fight. I almost came back, but that's just the key. But yeah, overall, guys, I really do like Halo. I will be posting, I will definitely be posting Halo, so don't worry about that. I will try to give you as many tips as possible and just good commentaries and solid gameplay. You know, right now, like I said, I'm still getting used to it. I'm actually going to get a new TV here soon, so when I get that, that will definitely help overall. And I died right at the end, and then he's going to teabag me. Ah ha ha ha. Kids, man, kids in Halo. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like it and all that. Peace.